Do you know what time it is? It's time for the Randy Mo Show with your host and mine, Randy Morris.
Hey, thank you, Dennis. Dennis Coffey, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of fun he is. Hey,
Thanks,
Dennis,
Randy.
you know, we were just talking earlier, just before we started the show, and you said, something we might want to discuss. And I realized something. There's this movie that I saw years ago, Back to the Future.
Yes?
And in that movie, and I'm not sure if it was one or two, but one of them, they announced that the Cubs would win the 2015 World Series.
Is that a fact? I remember in Lost in Space, they announced the Red Sox would win the 1986 World Series. And that didn't pan out so well. I'm a long time Cubs suffering fan, so.
Well, the interesting thing is, if you look at where the Cubs are standing right now, I mean, are they not?
They're looking good. They're looking really good, and they're a young team too.
And they're looking favorable to win in the the playoffs, which would put them in the World Series. Which could movies actually predict what we're going to have in the future?
Well, like I said, Lost in Space didn't, but they're long overdue. Jesus. 1908, I think it was. I think we hadn't even fought. Not even the Red Sox were 1918. That was World War I. This is like Spanish-American wartime.
Well, I think that the Red Sox have taken it up a notch and taken a couple of those.
Yeah, it's the Cubbies
to make up for it.
There's got to be another Steve Bartman, grabbing the.
Well, maybe that'll happen.
Hope springs eternal.
You never know. Today's guest. Let's wait to announce who the guest is going to be right after this. And welcome back to the Randy Mo Show. I'm your host, Randy Morris. Today's guest is a very entertaining person that a lot of you might actually know. And if you don't, you're going to know him pretty soon. He's kind of got some influence in the Boston area. The one and only Henry Nacho Extreme.
How you doing, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Randy, nice pleasure to be on your show.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. We greatly appreciate you coming on such a short notice at that.
Yeah, it's no problem. You know what I mean? I get downtime, and I like to keep myself busy.
Nothing wrong with that. We're going to enjoy having you here. Got a few questions we'll go over. Some people may not know these answers, and here's a big one that I'm curious about. I'm sure you get this a lot of the time. Where did the name come from, Nacho?
The name Nacho came originally from Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci. Me and Mark were playing a golf tournament. Joe Pesci has a friend that's an extremist like I am.
Okay.
So they're ragging who can do what better than the other. Joe Pesci's friend belly flopped into a pond. He got a sunfish. Okay. Says, I'm going to eat this bone and all. So went to the clubhouse, cook it. So Mark's getting ready to tee off. Joe Pesci's heckling the shit out of Mark. Mark chunked it. This big piece of divot went up and started flying around and landed right on the ground. Mark's like, why can't we do this? This guy's eating a fish. He belly flopped in a pond. What can we do to beat this? And we're looking at each other, looked at the divot, looked back at each other again. He goes, can you do it? I was like, I never tried. He goes, you do it, it's $5,000 cash.
Well, that's an incentive.
Bingo. So we grabbed the divot, shot all these up to the clubhouse.
The divot?
The golf.
The divot?
The divot.
Okay. How big of a divot?
The one I did with Joe Pesci was like 2 inches thick and 13 inches wide.
So the size of a plate?
Almost a flute dish. Yeah.
Okay.
So get up there. I ordered a chicken palm. Took the patty from the chicken palm, threw it at the guy Tommy's face. Laid it on my burger. Put salsa on it. All types of Tabasco on it. And I devoured it. Joe Pesci goes, what the f***, you're romancing the sheep? I said, no, my mother's pop Billy goat. Bah. So we're out in the field again. Mark's about to tee off. Mark he drove a ball. It had to be like 430 yards. this kid can play golf.
That's a nice drive.
So I still have the taste of the divot in my mouth, the dirt. So I get this big bag of Doritos, Cool Ranch, mound on it. And when you're crunching, you ain't hearing nothing. All I could get, hey, Nacho, and I turned my head. Joe Pesci dropped his club, ran over and goes, Dad, that's it. That's your new nickname. Mark runs over and goes, dude, Joe Pesci said so. Yes, sir, Nacho. Gets me on my hands and knees, gets me on my knees, and dames me with his golf club, Sir Nacho.
Sir Nacho.
Sir Nacho. Nacho, basically. Who used the sir? We're not in London. Oh, Nacho. With the 24 hours, my name was everywhere. Then, guy's an extremist. He ate this, he ate that. Big balls of wasabi, drinks Tabasco, lobster in a shell, a T-bone steak.
Now, I've heard about that. You ate the entire lobster, shell and all.
I ate the lobster first, and I pulverized the shell. But some chunks got through, and I devoured that. Got paid some good money for the gag, but I paid out in the end. Because a couple pieces of shell didn't break up and was tearing up my insides. I was septic for about a month and a half. Freaking, every time I went, Mom, dying.
Well, it's like hot sauce. Really, really like hot chicken wings or buffalo wings, stuff like that.
Oh, that's nothing.
You enjoy it twice.
No. I enjoy it once. That's it.
You don't really enjoy it the second time?
No, it doesn't bother me. That's one thing. The hot stuff, the wasabi, the hot wings, I just keep one going.
Well, stronger man than I, because I'll be honest with you, to me, regular Doritos, just regular Doritos, are too spicy for me. Too spicy for my palate. I can't go there.
Secret, I'm part Latino. We like it hot.
Well, that's an interesting thing, because that's going to bring us to where we're going now with our rest of our questions.
Yep.
Okay?
All right.
So, let our viewers know, where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town called South Boston. I grew up there from 1964, since I was born, to about 85. Then moved to Dorchester. I've been in Dorchester about 20 years. And when I moved from South Boston to Dorchester, I met a young, non-famous Mark Wahlberg. He was about 15 at the time. He was a punk in the street. This kid, I watched over the years, turn out to be the #1 actor in the world, most famous guy, besides his brother Donnie, which is a musician and a great actor too. And these two brothers, I'm telling you, there's nothing these guys can't do.
Well, Donnie himself is also in a TV show. He's on a TV
he's
show.
on Blue Bloods.
Right.
He's a co-producer with Mark on Wahlburgers. New Kids on the Block. Got Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and Mark Wahlberg, the actor and businessman. And I watched these two kids from being a street kid myself, and the way that the luck they had, the people they turned out to be, you know, their father was, if he was still alive, would be so proud. I told Mark about a year ago, was on his father's birthday, and I was like, if your dad was here right now, he'd tell you how proud he is. But your dad's not here, but I'm going to tell you, I'm proud of you too. I watched you come from a punk to rapper, model, superstar, and a great father. I see how you are with your kids love you. So I'm going to tell you, if your dad was alive today, coming from me, he would be very proud of you, of the man you became.
Right.
And his eyes got kind of a little teary-eyed. He gave me a hug.
Now that's them, but what about you? I mean,
Me, I came up, you know, single parent. My mom raised 3 of us. My sister, I don't really talk to. My younger brother's 14 years age difference with me. She worked with 2-3 jobs. I quit school, went back to school. I was a USDA inspector in the meat markets. I was a meat cutter. was in the Roofers Union. I owned a bar room. Tragically, I hope that's not my stomach. It sounds like my stomach's going crazy again. I went from roofers. I owned a bar room. I had a tragic accident in my life that changed my whole world. My girlfriend was pregnant and was killed by a drunk driver, and I started drinking. As of today, I have 28 years sobriety for non-drinking.
Can I just say, impressive.
Now,
Congratulations, one day at a time.
one day at a time. Every day's, you don't know, every day's going to be your last day. So live it to the fullest. And you don't have to be inebriated. You don't need no freaking drugs. You don't need nothing. Just live life the way it's supposed to be meant. Being happy. And I hate to say it, I used to be a very miserable bastard for years.
Okay, well, remember one thing, though. We can be miserable, but we can't be any further than miserable on TV.
Yeah.
On this channel.
Yeah.
We have to watch that for editing purposes.
Yeah.
So we
So,
we can be very unhappy and very unpleasant to be around.
yep. Miserable.
Very miserable.
So that's basically me in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
All right, now you're into acting because you're on the show, The Wahlbergers,
Yes.
currently. What got you into acting?
What got me into acting was in high school, doing some plays, Middle of La Mancha,
Really? What else? Anything else?
Peter Pan.
You did theater.
I did a little bit,
Okay,
but you know what I mean? A couple of little one-liners.
right.
Then there was a program, Zoom. I don't know if you remember Zoom.
I do remember Zoom. And can I share something funny with you? Can I? And this, the audience might find a little funny, is that you were in a couple plays in high school, or in school. When I've auditioned for plays in school, I wasn't even able to get the job of sweeping up afterwards, after the play was over. But here I am today, sitting with you, interviewing you on my talk show. It's funny how the circle comes around that eventually, if you have your heart and desire into something, it'll actually happen.
Just stick to your guns. You know what? No one can judge your destiny, take your destiny away from you. You want to do it, put your heart and soul into it, it will come. It might take a little while to get there, but it will come.
Right.
If you get that lucky break, it'll be great. Like I have a good friend of mine. He did the first movie he ever did was Southie. His name is Brian Goodman.
Okay.
He did that movie. A year later, he went up to Hollywood for a little bit. He did The Last Castle, which dreams may come true. He's the captain on Rizzoli and Isles, the TV show. Now, Rizzoli and Isles, Angie Hartman. Oh my God, I love that woman. Then Sasha Alexander from NCIS. Two favorite female actresses. And my friend Brian's right there being the captain. And I was like, you lucky bastard.
Once again,
But bastard's not a swear. All right? Oh, yeah, SOB. How about that? I was like, you're two of my favorite actresses from today on that TV show. They're both witty. They're both gorgeous. All right? Then heading up the women is Lorena Bracco. And I've been in love with Lorena Bracco since I was a kid. Her first movie was Sing.
correct.
All right, and Basketball Diaries, and just the way her personality was, the hair, the look, and she was just drop dead gorgeous. To Harvey Keitel got to her.
She has a charisma about her that is like that look like a to me like a Farrah Fawcett. It's like a one stamp type. You know what I mean? There's no duplicate. It's like one of a kind. There's no matching of it. It's
One of a kinds. Sophia Loren.
correct.
Raquel Welch.
There's those
Farrah Fawcett.
correct.
Lorena Bracco.
Right.
All right. Edie Falco. Another one. All right. It's just their personalities. They have that take charge, no nonsense personality. And a guy like me, I think that's very attractive.
I will have to agree. They bring it, and it's a combination of not just their beauty, not just their looks, but their stand and their poise, their professionalism when they bring it to the set. So when they're performing,
Yeah, they bring it.
They bring it, and they bring it to the level where it needs to be.
No, when they bring it, that's all you can say. They bring it. And they take charge. They're controlling. They want, this is how it's going to be. This is me. All right? And I'm telling you, these women, they're very powerful. You know what I mean? They're very motivated, and they love their craft. The thing about acting, everybody wants to be famous. They want to be this. They want to be in movies. If you're happy doing a craft and you're good at it, like mine's is just being, reality TV. Whoopee, I didn't even do reality TV. I can do stand-up. I'm a character actor. You give me a character, I can play it. All right? Accents.
A character actor.
Yeah.
So if I give you an actor, you'll play it. Has there ever been a character that you haven't got a chance to play that you'd like to play? Any role that you'd like to play?
I play the hard. I play the gangster. I play the hard guy. I play the victim.
But is there a role that you would like to play that you've never played?
My thing is, it's an open book. It's a job. It's an adventure. It's a, what am I looking for?
Challenge?
No, not a challenge. It's a way to present myself as not just a character role, or gets, what do they call it? Typecasted.
You don't want to be typecast.
I don't want to be typecasted. When you're typecasted, that's all you can be. You're stuck. Is that same one? Look at Donnie. Cop. Saw cop. Mostly every movie he done, except Ransom and what's that? Bullet. Bullet, he played a junkie. Ransom, he was a kidnapper. But everything else, Annapolis, he was an officer. Okay? Mark, sniper, military, punk. You name it, he done it. And he's not being typecasted.
Right.
Like, God bless him, a good friend of mine passed away. All right. Sean Malone, they found him in the harbor. This kid came out, played a crackhead in The Fighter, was in Gone Baby Gone, was a junkie, and they beat the shit out of him and killed him. He did a movie, it hasn't come out yet over here, it's over in Europe, with John Travolta. All right. And he was typecasted every time. They wanted him to look like the druggie. You know what I mean? Donnie, clean cut, well preserved, they like him as a cop. It's just, being typecasted, that can set your career or end it. You have to be.
Well, for some people, it has worked. It has done wonders for.
You know who my favorite character actor was, and it always will be, Archie Bunker. All right? Mr. Carroll, God rest your soul, he was a great guy. In the heat of the night, Archie Bunker. Eat it! I gotta do this. Hey, eat it, you knucklehead. I love Archie Bunker. He can insult you, but he won't use profound language.
But he did it because he did it in a loving way.
Yeah. Hey, meathead. Eat it. Hey, little girl. You didn't know a little girl. She was a big girl, a little girl. My little girl. Yeah.
Well, that's the way he viewed her.
It's just, he was, you see him with the Jeffersons. You know what I mean? They tried to they pushed the one with the racist card, but the thing is, he was classy about it.
Right.
Your people. They called him a Negro or anything like that. It was your people.
Well,
You know what I mean? And the thing is, these guys went down in history for being character actors.
correct.
All right. Now, one other person I want to mention that's a great character actor. All right. Or he does the voices of characters. Seth MacFarlane. One of the sweetest, humblest guys you ever meet.
And funny.
Well, the one-on-one, he's very quiet, unless he knows you. But when he opens up, the voices come out. He was talking about having a Nacho character come on one of the shows.
Okay.
but it's not set, set in stone. He goes, Family Guy meets Nacho.
That might be something we might want to wait and watch to see and view for. I mean, you never know. A Nacho with Seth? That could be interesting.
And Seth MacFarlane, I sat there when we did Ted 1. Him, Mila Kunis, Mark, down the line, and my very good friend Sam Jones. Sam Jones, Flash Gordon. That's what acting was back in the day. You know what I mean? It was a poorly made TV movie, but the thing is, the characters pulled it off. But he's been in other things. He's very good friends with Chuck Norris. He's been on Chuck Norris's TV show Walker about 3-4 dozen times, playing either a ranger or a bad guy.
Yep.
And Sam Jones, you know what I mean? He's a big guy, but the thing is, he's very humble. Humble people, I love humble people. Because the thing is, you can tell them whatever, and they're not going to judge you about it. Because the thing is, they have the same mindset that we have, but the thing is, I'm more, how you put it, more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm more outgoing. I'm more to speak my piece. I don't keep it in. I let it loose. You know what I mean?
Now, have you ever taken any classes?
No.
Never.
No. Listen, work with Mark all these years. That's the class in its own. We're just
Well,
watching him.
The whole family.
The whole family.
The
Yeah,
whole
Mark
family. I mean,
was Mark's an actor. Brother Bob's an actor. Donnie's an actor. Little Brandon, the nephew's getting into acting. Jimmy, a little older, he's trying. His breakout is with the Wahlberg show with Paul. Paul's coming out of his shell. He's not as quiet as he used to be.
Paul just wanted. He just wanted
loosened
the
up.
burgers. He just wanted a good restaurant.
No, the thing was, this should be the Wahlberg trio. Paul, every time we had a premiere or anything, we would order used dishes, dinner plates. So the guy came up with a burger. Every premiere, every time there was a function, he had a burger and a Coke. Mark goes, dude. It's like, listen, why don't you still open a place called Wally Burgers? Wally Burgers? Nah. 2 days later, hey, we decided to open up a restaurant, Wahlburgers. All right, cool. But the family, Alma, I gotta tell you, it's one classy lady, 9 kids. She basically raised on her own after Mr. Wahlberg passed. And she did a great job with the kids. My mom.
I will say an interesting thing. Now, you and I are both close in age. And Alma and my mom are close in age.
My mother's older.
And the interesting thing is that because of that, it's my mom growing up in Charlestown.
Yeah. So they can relate.
They can relate very well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting. It's like I'm watching TV. It's like the words. It sounds like my mother's voice because it's such a set accent. It's so articulate, and not so much the accent, but how it's presented.
Yeah.
And played out. It's like okay, yeah.
See, so you grew up in an Irish community, right?
Yes.
My mother's from South America. My father's Italian. My father's Italian-Irish.
Well, the funny thing is that the combination is that I'm Sicilian and Irish.
Oh, so you're half and what? Okay. Growing up,
I'm watching on the, seeing if there's a technical glitch. Are we good going over back there? We're still good? Okay, yeah. I don't know, they were waving their arms. I didn't know if they were,
Yeah, that's
they were
what
getting
I
all
was-
happy and excited over
Yeah.
there. The crowd does that sometimes. It was probably the Sicilian comment. That's what they were all getting happy about.
yeah, they're looking for the
They wanted
pizza.
all high five on it, too.
Yeah. All right. Me as a child, my mother's from South America. My father's Italian-Irish.
Okay.
Growing up in South Boston, it was like spick this, spick that, because it was during the busing.
Right.
And being a Latino, being put in the projects of South Boston, I've taken beatings, got my ass kicked. My mom got things
You mean right? So, you've
I toughened up real quick. Okay? Golden Gloves, I fought Peter McNeely. All right? Low blow, they disqualified me. So I said the hell with boxing, so I got into the martial arts. Rank number 6 in New England. This guy out here named Bruce Marshall, or Bruce Campbell, I can't remember Marshall or Campbell. He has a big place out here, up in New Hampshire.
okay.
Went up to his gym during a blizzard. 5 of us went. We each fought 2 rounds with different fighters, and we kicked the piss out of them all.
Yeah, you mean you had a really good fight?
Oh, we just walked right over them. We walked right through these people. And on the way back home, like, we should do this more often.
Right.
Go all over the place and, fight other gyms.
Right.
So that started me off as a fighter. And they called me I hate to use this one, they used to call me the corn chip kid. All right.
Just a friendly reminder. I'm just reminding.
All right. They used to call me, my fight name was the corn chip kid.
Well, you like corn chips?
I don't.
I like corn chips.
I like corn chips. I like Doritos.
I don't like. We went through that.
Yeah,
Okay.
So all that escalated to me becoming Nacho. I went from the corn chip kid to Nacho.
Okay.
And all my friends I grew up with, like, we like the corn chip better. I was like, listen, you can call me corn chip, people can call me Nacho. But guess what? It's the extreme Nacho. That's what you got to worry about.
Oh, so the corn chips and the extreme nacho. It's almost like a trail mix.
Yeah, almost. We just got to add the big burrito to it next.
Well, if you think about it, that could be a food line for you. Why not come up with your own brand of trail mix with the extreme nacho? The Henry's Extreme Nacho Trail Mix bag.
I can't. I thought about it.
Think about it.
I thought about it, but the thing is, Nacho, it's owned. The name Nacho has been owned by Dorito. And
Well, they do have the Nacho Extreme chips now.
yeah.
correct? So, we'll have to work on something on that one.
It's Team Extreme Nacho.
Maybe you could be a spokesmodel for Doritos.
Maybe if they give me the opportunity.
They should give you the
I
opportunity.
even asked Dunkin' Donuts.
I think that you probably might get a little bit. I mean, your name's out there, maybe out there as much as theirs.
Yeah.
And this means, and how much time do we have? We have none, and we're going to wrap up. Thank you,
Thank you.
Nacho. Henry Nacho Extreme. Folks,
Thank you.
we'll see you on the next episode of The Randy Moe Show. Thank you.